Wrong one. I got it all wrong. Oh, welcome back, people. Welcome back. We haven't got time for the other intro anyway, because they've already kicked off with qualifying. So we are back live tonight with the final round of the Red Bull Juniors, live from Interlagos. As you can see on your screen there, they have just started their 10-minute qualifying, so outlaps in progress as we speak. So 10-minute qualifying, 50-minute race. Both racing soft and racing mediums have to be used in this final round. So scores-wise, Mocking Weeks absolutely stomping away with it. He's pretty much won the championship. Nobody Diz in the chat. Welcome, brother. So he is second. Mocking Weeks first then with 175.5 points. Dizzy, second place with 133.5. Obi-Wan in third with 111 points. Don in fourth with 102.5. Rob in fifth with 100. Manny in sixth with 85.5. Apache in seventh with 81. Then we've got Pilgrim, joint seventh then with 81 points as well. Dylan in ninth, he's got 69 points. Raffo in 10th with 63 points. AP Amma, 56 points for 11th. Skippy 12, 54.5. 13th for Dodger, 42.5. 15th for Ricky J, 39.5. And Tyre Slayer, 16.5 points. So it is going to be Mocking Weeks that takes the championship, and it is going to be Team Blue that takes the championship here as well for the team events or the team points. So 256 on board for Blue, Yellow with 183.5, Brown with 174, White with 173. Still places to play for in this final round. Green with 172 points, Orange with 128, and Red with 113.5. So that mid-pack, still places to be gained through there. So let's get ourselves in. Merch still available, people. T-shirts and stickers. All the usual nonsense. Right. Quite a full lobby. 13 drivers on track. As I say, qualifying already started. Let me make sure I've turned the sound on for you lot. Otherwise you won't be able to hear anything. Why hasn't that come on? Why hasn't it? Okay. Tell me what the sound's like, people. Is it too loud, too quiet? Let me know. So yes, hot laps incoming now then. Mocking Weeks just coming around that final corner actually. Is the sound coming through okay? Can you hear the cars properly over me? Or am I too loud? The car's too loud, let me know. Mocking Weeks then, currently on that pole position with a 134.3. Don just slotted into, I'll say that, he's just been pushed into third. Dizzy comes through in second and with a 135.1. Don in third position currently, 135.2 for him. Pilgrim, can only just see him through the smog there and the fog. Sitting in fourth on the grid at the minute, 135.9. Apache fifth, 136.0. Raffo in sixth, 136.1 for him. Tyre Slayer currently seventh, 136.2. Manny in eighth, 138.6. Dodger 139.8 for him in 10th. Ricky J in 11th. No hot lap on for Ricky J yet. Somebody's picked up a penalty. Oh, it is Obi. It's that lap thrown in the bin. No hot lap from him yet. That was a hot lap, but that's gone then due to that penalty. He's had to serve. He's into the pits anyway. Possibly going to change his tyres. Rob S is in the pits. He's obviously going for a change of tyres as well. Again, they do have to use the softs and the mediums in the race, so they might just be getting a couple of laps of medium tyre. Just get a feel for the things Weeks still holding that pole though. Halfway through qualifying. 0.7 of a second faster than anybody else yet. Purple sectors still from Mockin. Goes very wide through there, so does everybody else. Is in the pits. Possibly taking on board fuel, maybe? No? Don then in third, currently 1:35.1. Getting a bit of a slipstream off some of the boys down this little straight here. Let's see what they do. Now with a 1 second penalty. That's this lap in the bin for him. Must have been off track somewhere. Probably that turn 1 we saw him go all 4 wheels off the circuit. Or Dizzy's had to go for a quick call to nature. That's why he sat in the pits. Can't Don go any quicker than currently 0.3 down on his fastest. Back into second, 1:34.7 for him then. Let's find ourselves a... He's on board with Raffo, see if he does a full lap. If he does, we'll stay on board with him. He's going to stay out, okay. So I don't know Interlagos corners, I haven't got the track map. Down towards turn 1 then. Tricky little section this. If you get the braking wrong, it sets you up all wrong for these next little... Oh! Raffo catches a curb and some grass through there. Spins that Red Bull Junior round, sticks it in the wall. He's going to struggle getting this thing pointing in a straight line again. A bit of rear end damage to contend with. Exit on your left then. Down towards turn 4 again. A little bit of a tricky corner, easy to run wide on this one. You can get a bit of overtaking through here as well, but you've just got to be careful that you don't end up sending you both off track. To turn 5 up the hill. Oh, Raffo slowing down. Having Ricky J through. So up to this next little set of corners. Double apex corner this one. Again, easy to run wide on the way out. And then this next section, all these corners are off camber. I just want to push you out wide. Tricky one, nice and tight through there. Again, you will get drivers trying to throw one up the inside on some of these corners. Taking it slow down towards the line. Final sharp corner, so to speak, and then we're onto this long, may as well be a straight because it is straight up acceleration all the way down here, even though there's a little corner down towards the start finish straight, but we're not even going to get to see that. Raffo chucks himself in the pits. But it is still Mockin on pole position here then. 1:34.3 on that second lap. Don back up into second. He's pushed Pilgrim back out of that spot. 1:34.4 for him. Ooh, he has closed that gap right up on Mockin Weeks. Still not out of danger yet then for that top spot. Running out of time though. It's this lap or nothing. Might get across the line actually, Don. Might be able to make another lap here. Crosses the line, so he does get the opportunity for one more lap, as does whoever that was behind him. He wasn't able to to take Mockin on that one, so he has got this final chance now. Mockin Weeks just up to the line. Just as qualifying ends, he hasn't been able to go any quicker on that one. So what can Don do then? Pilgrim another quarter of a second behind Don. Rob S still out on track as well. I think it was Rob S that was behind Don that crossed the line. What's it going to be, Don? Time in line around the next couple of corners. Wobble on the way into that final turn. How's that affected him? I wasn't looking at his lap times actually when he crossed that timing line. You may have seen it. I'm going to have to wait till he crosses the line now. Not able to go quicker, so it is going to be Mockin Weeks on pole unless either of these two can go quicker. Rob S and Obi, nope. So it is Mockin Weeks on pole for this final round. Held that all the way from lap 2 as well. Don, Dizzy and Pilgrim had a little bit of a swap about. There are qualifying results then. Mockin on pole, Don 2nd, Pilgrim 3rd, Dizzy 4th, Tyre Slayer 5th. Skippy 6th, Obi-Wan 7th, Apache in 8th, Raffo 9th, Rob S in 10th, Dodger 11th, Manny in 12th and Ricky 13th. So that is your lineup for this final round. Settings being changed, I can imagine. We'll crack on with this 50-minute enduro. So yeah, if you're in the chat, if you're watching, please let me know if the sound's coming through okay. Obviously you won't be able to hear a lot right now. I know my mic's on and I can see sound coming through on the PlayStation, but you can hear that, right? Qualifying done then. Why is Pilgrim backing out? Because he got 3rd in qualifying and he doesn't think he's going to match it in the race. The race has been cancelled. What? Come on, something's not working. Grid order wrong. Why are you saying he was 3rd? I thought it was Pilgrim. On the stream if you need to go back and have a look at it. I did read through them. So final calls coming in then. Mockin Weeks setting the grid, just making sure everyone's got their tyres correct. And get yourselves in this room ready for the start of this race. I'll do the same myself. race 8 looking Red Bull Juniors then. Apache being sent. Manny sending him. And then sending himself. Don's going to join in now, look. Blammo, take some of that. Handbrake into you. Manny comes straight back at him. This is the chaos that happens when there's 35 seconds of spare time these boys have to play with. So I guess going to try and make it through, or is he going to pin someone? Oh no. Oh, he's pinned someone. He's not having it. He's going back after Manny, look. Trying to send each other. There it is. Targeting Manny. Sent Manny back to the start. Fired him so hard he might have to go back to the start of the game, let alone the start of this track. Nobody making out alive. Probably have to do that again when the race starts. Skippy, what's he going to end up coming into? A big pile of mayhem and chaos down this straight, I can imagine. Corner. Here we go. Nice try, Skippy. Nice try, Skips. And now you're in the muck. So yeah, chaos. We get the burnouts. Can they blow a set of tyres before the start of the race? Get it all the way up into 6th. Oh, we're still waiting on Dizzy. I thought he was only going for a... As he slipped over in the toilet. Is that what he's done? Jay. See if he can pirouette. Pin someone here. Blammo! Have some of that, Skippy. It's like bumper cars. Oh, here we go then. Right, race about to start. The finals here of the Red Bull Juniors at Interlagos. Wait for these lights to turn on and drop. See if Muck and Weeks can hold on to this lead into turn 1. Again, already taken the championship. They are all away well. False starts either. P1 looking for the inside into turn 1 and gets it. Can Mocking Weeks hold his line into turn 2? He can't. Don takes it off him. Into the lead then. Mocking Weeks second, already under threat for that second position off of Pilgrim as they head down the straight towards turn 4. So a good run out of turn 3. Side by side with Mocking. Thanks, PlayStation. Just give me the smog. Pilgrim then holds that second position. Mocking into 3rd. Dizzy 4th. Obi 5th. Tyre Slayer in 6th. He's got the Cadbury's Boost livery going on. Apache in 7th. Manny 8th. Raffo 9th. Dodger in 10th. Rob S 11th. Ricky J in 12th. And Skippy in 13th. Looks like Skippy's had a mare. He's 5.6 seconds down already. No damage on his car, but must have got a corner wrong somewhere. Don then starting to pull away on the racing softs for stint 1. Pilgrim also on the softs. Mocking Weeks gone for the medium tyre here for stint 1, as has Dizzy. So that's why Pilgrim and Don are able to... Oh, someone's got it backwards through there. It's Tyre Slayer. Has he caught anyone else out? Spins that car around, puts himself at the back of the field. He had to wait a little bit just to get that car back on track while everyone else came through. Now he is a long way back off the tail end of Skippy. Again, long 50-minute race here, so plenty of time to come back. Tyres and fuel come into play as well. Don then 1.7 over Pilgrim. Mockin hanging on to the back of Pilgrim actually, 0.7 seconds, even though he's on the slower tyre. Dizzy hanging on in there as well. Obi-Wan on the softs behind. Should be able to close up and take those positions off of Diz and Mockin, we'll see. Top 5 then pulled a little bit of a gap over Apache in 6th. He is 2.4 seconds down. A bit hot into that corner, that slowed him down as well. He's now under threat by Manny coming up into turn 5. Almost wide through there. Manny comes up the inside. Still side by side through this corner. And Manny has managed to get his way through, has he? Yes, Apache not quite able to get a wing back up the inside into this next corner. Loses that position then. Manny up. It is a soft tyre versus medium tyre race between those two. And Raffo behind on those mediums, as is Dodger, as is Rob S in 10th. Ricky J on the softs. Skippy on the mediums and Tyre Slayer on the mediums as well. So that's tyre choices for stint 1. Probably more of a lead than Don, 2.2 seconds over Pilgrim. He's also gained a little bit of time on Mockin behind, and then we've got Obi having a fight with Dizzy. Not so much of a fight, straight through at turn 1. Again on that softer tyre for Obi, so he should be able to close up on Mockin Weeks as well. Dizzy hanging in the slipstream though. Closing up on Mockin quite as quick as he'd like. Still got the threat of Dizzy looming behind him. Stretching his lead out a little bit more by the looks of it over Pilgrim. He's keeping himself right there with him though in that 3rd position, even though he's on that slower tyre. The threat though now from Obi. It's tied to corners. Obi should be able to gain ground on him. About 2.6 of a second. Again, not enough time gained really through there. Still got Dizzy just 0.6 behind him as well. Can he make the same move on Mockin that he made on Dizzy down the start-finish straight? Plenty of slipstream down here. Gap coming down. I don't know whether it's going to be enough before turn 1. Be a brave move if he does. No, he backs out. Almost runs a little bit deep himself there. Still 2.2 then, he's not managed to escape properly just yet. Pilgrim's keeping him just in touch. But they are still pulling time over Mockin, who is hanging on to this 3rd position. Again, Obi right behind him. Ooh, little wobble from Obi. Dizzy falling off the back. Manny now closing up on his set of soft tyres. You can see the wear starting to kick in on the softs though. Anything showing on the mediums yet. Apache on those mediums holding 7th. Raffo nearly losing the tail end of his car again through there, so sitting in 8th. 2nd behind Apache at the minute. S in 9th, 4.5 seconds behind. Got Dodger for company, just 1.8. I think they've swapped positions once or twice already, these two. Tyre Slayer back on track, made up some positions as well, up into 11th position. Ricky J in 12th, 4 seconds down, and Skippy 4.5 seconds down in 13th. Possibly been off track again here somewhere, Skippy. Don loses some time then. Pilgrim gets that down to 1.8 seconds. Still Mockin holds this third position. Mockin in a good place at the minute. I know we're only 7 minutes in, but he's only 4 seconds behind the leader. Again, they're on that softer tyres. In third on the mediums. Obi not been able to get past him yet either, as Manny closes up on the pair of them. Dizzy's made a mistake. Apache's got through. Dizzy down to 7th. No damage on that car unless it's repaired itself. Loses a position, Dizzy. Raffo! The tail of his Red Bull Junior decided to almost let go then. Loses that little bit of time to these two. S having a little bit of a lonely one at the minute, as is Tyre Slayer. Oh. Dodger gets it backwards, picks up a 1 second penalty as well. That's it's going to upset him. He's got Skippy coming up on him quick as well, so even if he does get up to speed, he's going to lose that position when he comes up to this penalty line. Oh, and he's just spun it around coming through there anyway. Oh, Dodger. What a shame. Don then still leads, but 1.7 seconds. Another 10th taken out by Pilgrim. Softer tyres looking a little bit better on Don's car than they are Pilgrim, so we'll see how that gets. That turns out a little bit later on. Blowing his tyres out a little bit quick here, but Mockin still holding this third position, 2.7 seconds behind Pilgrim. But he has got these two drivers right on his tail now. Obi, who's still not managed to get past him, and Manny, who's closed the gap up on the pair of them. So on the faster tyre, these two, Obi and Manny, not able to get past Mockin Weeks just yet. They are right behind him as they come up towards this long start-finish straight. Then controlling his throttle through there. Obi almost loses the tail end of it. Manny drops off the back end as well. Has that given Mockin Weeks another little breath of fresh air between them? Just a quarter of a second in it. Mockin Weeks hugging this pit inside line. Make Obi run around the outside if he wants it, braking hard, the pair of them, but it is Mockin Weeks that hangs on to it. Great driving again on this medium tyre. They will last longer, the soft will start wearing out. These two still in a good position to have a go at him down towards turn 4 though. Obi now then with that little bit of extra speed coming out of the corner. Fires his way through, doesn't get it wrong, leaves the door open as well. Manny is able to slot one up the inside. Just backs off the throttle a little bit. He knows he can't go side by side with Manny into this corner, so just backs off, lets him through. Obi into third, then Manny fourth, Mockin fifth. But fastest driver on the medium tyre so far, hanging pretty well with these drivers on the softs. Dizzy back up to 6th, then he's regained that position back off of Apache. But for how long? Almost wide through there as well for Dizzy. Apache and Raffo pretty close to him. Rob S is almost on the back end of this fight as well. 1.4 seconds back from Rob. Not too far behind, to be honest. Tyre Slayer trying to get himself back involved as well. He's 4.8 seconds behind that fight. Ricky J another 8.6 behind him. We've got Skippy for company now as well. Dodger picking up that great big penalty and firing himself off circuit. A long way down, unfortunately. Oof, Don's found a bit of time here. The tyre wear probably kicking in for Pilgrim now a little bit. I think Obi-Wan is closing the gap up on him. And the gap between race leader and Pilgrim is stretched to 3.4 seconds. Still looking good on the soft as well. Nearly 12 minutes in for Don. A bit more showing on Pilgrim's softs here. And yeah, Obi-Wan is definitely closing that gap up. And he's fallen off the back a little bit. 1.3 seconds down from Obi in fourth. Still got the lurking threat of mocking weeks on those medium tyres still. We're probably going to see half an hour for the mediums and about 20 minutes for the softs. We'll see though, we'll see if the soft drivers start coming in. That's about 20 minutes, coming a little bit earlier. Dizzy then, 12.9 seconds behind Mockin, 6th position. Still got Raffo and Apache and Raffo behind him. Still not quite managed to close up on this fight here. 1.8 seconds behind this battle. Everyone getting a little bit of a wobble on out of that final corner now. Tyre Slayer's decided to avoid that final corner. Oh no, he's not. That was the corner before. Shortcuts. You've got to be careful. You don't want to run all 4 tyres off the circuit. Over that white line does cause penalties to occur. Hit those yellow markers there on screen, that's you. As long as the brake's on, it slows you right down. Skippy then also closing up on Tyre Slayer, 1.8 seconds behind him. He's fired himself past Ricky J. Unless Ricky J's been for a little backwards moment or off track or something. Dodger a long way down now, unfortunately. 2 minutes 34 off of race leader. Between him and Ricky J, it was about 47 seconds I think, but for some reason it's not registering. Don still finding time up front then. Obi-Wan has passed Pilgrim. Lord, Pilgrim's under all sorts of pressure here. He's lost a position to Obi into second. Pilgrim could be under threat here. Let's get this camera angle on. A little wobble out of that final turn. Manny right behind him. There's Mocking Week still lurking as well in that 5th. Toe down here for Manny. Slowly closes up, goes to the inside line as well through here. Oof. Side by side into turn 1. Can Pilgrim? No, he can't. So that's the wrong way. And he does go through then. Get back on the hunt for Obi-Wan in front. There's Mocking Week still, just 1.2 seconds back in 5th. Where does that put him in terms? 7.5 seconds behind the leader still on a set of mediums. This is going to be a good drive from Mockin. So he's going to lose a little bit of time to these drives on the fast tyres, but still way ahead of everybody else on the circuit. 13.8 seconds faster ahead of Dizzy. He's pulled a little bit of time over Apache as well. They've managed to drop Rafa off the back of that fight. Rob S as well, fallen back. Fuel looking low on all of these cars as well. We're only 15 minutes in. Are they going to make? They're not going to make half an hour on a set of mediums, are they? Not with that fuel. Skippy in 11th then, still 0.8 seconds behind Tyre Slayer. Still pulling time over Ricky J. Dodger still out on track. Not coming in this lap then for Dom. 4.9 seconds lead over Obi. Pilgrim holds 3rd. Okay, Manny's come in the pits then, so he is fueling up. What's he going to do tyre-wise? Is he going to stick with this mediums and go 35 minutes? Maybe goes for another set of softs and mediums later on. We'll see, but that drops Mockin into 4th. 1.8 seconds behind Pilgrim, so actually closing up on that 3rd position again. Pilgrim starting to struggle on his tyres. And everybody's going to have to come in the pits soon. Mockin actually holding still a fair chunk of fuel on board. A little bit more than Pilgrim. Might be able to squeeze another lap out. Whilst still travelling faster than Pilgrim. Back down to 1.7. 13.6 seconds behind him. Let's see who else decides they're going to come in the pits then. Well done. Risk another one with that fuel. He should have enough to go around again. Still got plenty of time over Obi at the minute, so we'll know. He hooks that inside left-hand side. Does he come in the pits though? Yes, he does. Obi-Wan will definitely have to come in. He's out of fuel. Pilgrim, he's coming in. Mockin stays out. Yeah, I thought he had enough. Again, it won't last him too much longer. He won't be able to run the full 30 minutes on his fuel, obviously. Dizzy stays out as well. Raffo stays out. The medium tyre driver still got a bit of fuel left on board. Risking it for a biscuit for another lap. Everybody else come in the pits. Oh no. Man came in last lap. Fresh set of mediums he's on now. Where does that put him when everybody else comes out? We've got drivers coming out of the pit lane next to him. They are. Still got a couple of drivers in the pits, but let's get ourselves back up front. So Mockin Weeks with a 14.2 second lead over Dizzy. 2.9. So Don is 22.5 seconds behind Mockin. He's on that slower tyre now as well, the medium. Mockin will be dropping the softs on when he comes in the pits at the end of this lap. Drop out a few seconds behind Don, but again he'll be on that faster tyre. See, it's going to be an interesting race. Dizzy as well, a little bit further back, so he might slot back into about 6th or 7th, depending on if he's managed to make up any time. Raffo as well, he'll come in now. Don already onto this start-finish straight. Raffo stayed out. Oh no, Raffo came in. There is Don then. Coming up to that start-finish line. Mockin Weeks taking on board fuel. There he goes, past. So it's an invisible fuel tank on these. Gets released now. Oh, he's going to be a long way down, I think. He's gone for a full tank on those softs. Maybe not to refuel at the next stop, just chuck on a set of tyres. See where he comes out. Is he going to hold 3rd side by side with Manny down towards turn 4? Manny on the mediums, runs a little bit deep. Mockin already looking to come up the inside of him on those fresh softs. Putting the pressure on already then, Mockin. Those mediums. Obi-Wan now on a fresh set of mediums. Don now on a fresh set of mediums. 6.1 second, 6.3 second lead, sorry, over Obi. So they did only take on board about 3/4 of a tank, Don and Obi. Manny doing the same thing. But Mockin Weeks went for a full tank and a fresh set of softs, so though he's carrying the most weight, his car should be grippier, should be able to catch up with the other drivers. And then again, when he comes in the pits, he's only got to take on board tyres and maybe a little bit of fuel, whereas everybody else has got to fill right up and stick a set of tyres on. weeks then. 10.5 seconds behind race leader Don. He needs to get himself past Manny ASAP. Pilgrim on the mediums as well behind him. 1.4 seconds back. Ricky J still out on track. He just comes in the pits now for his stop. Standard pink overalls for Ricky J. Apache goes through then. Raffo goes through. Apache put on fresh set of softs, yes, as did Raffo. Rob S on the softs as well. Tyre Slayers stuck a fresh set of softs on the previous lap. Skippy goes flying. Oh, I thought they were going flying past him, but side by side still down this start finish straight. Skippy on those softs as well. Ricky taking on fresh soft. Dodger, oh, gathering that one up on his mediums. So that's 6-second lead, slowly falling. 5.2 then down to Obi-Wan in second. Marking Weeks takes about half a second out of those two. He's got himself past Manny, so he can push now. He's got 4 seconds in front, clean track. Marking Weeks' strategy might have played out here. We'll see later on. Catch up with Obi and Don. There's quite a big gap between these two as well. Comfortable at the minute though, Don. 5.1 seconds on those mediums. Yeah, that time coming down pretty quickly. Mocking Weeks gets that down to 3.7 between himself and Obi. Managed to drop Manny quite yet on his medium, so Manny might be able to do the same thing Mockin did in this first stint. Just hang with these drivers on the softs, we'll see. Almost out of that slipstream range, so that might start falling away for him now. So 10-second deficit behind race leader. It's down to 8.4. He's finding that time on these fresher softs then. There is Obi-Wan slowly closing up on Don as well. Both P1 and P2 running medium tyres for the second stint. Gap is rapidly falling then. 2.7 seconds between Obi and Mockin. He's catching him up corner by corner, able to sling this little Red Bull Junior into these corners quicker and accelerate out of them quicker. But only for so many laps before those softs start giving out. Then well out of that slipstream range in fourth, 1.8 seconds down on his mediums. Pilgrim in fifth on the mediums. Again, great big gap back to Dizzy. He's now on the softs though, 9.7 seconds behind. Clear track behind him as well. Apache another 3 seconds behind him on a set of softs. Raffo on the softs, 4.7 seconds down. Rob S another 2.9 seconds down on his softs. Slayer 12 seconds down. Skippy still trying to take that position off him in 11th, just 1.2 seconds back. Ricky J 21.5 seconds back. Did stop late, Ricky J. The Dodger still on track, but a long way down, unfortunately. Blue flags as well as Don comes right up behind him. Goes. Gap between Obi and Don fallen. Gap between Mockin Weeks and Obi fallen as well. Just 6.2 seconds between Mockin and race leader. Can he catch them up? Can he catch Don up before they drop in for this final stint? Just under half a tank on board for the guys that didn't take on board a full tank. We've still got over 3/4 of a tank. Gap is still coming down, 6 seconds between himself and Don. Still coming down between Obi and Don as well. Oh, Obi gets a wobble on out of there. It's going to put him under a real bunch of pressure now, coming up towards turn 5. Just a second in it between Obi and Mockin. Getting the blue flags waved at him, but there is Mockin all over the tail of Obi as we come round to these last couple of corners. Well within slipstream range to make a move on Obi down the start-finish straight. Got to make the way past Dodger though, the back marker. I'm sure he'll hang himself right out of the way. He's got himself a penalty he's got to lose anyway as Dodger. Here then, everybody getting a little bit of a toe off of Dodger. They've got to be careful. There he goes, losing his penalty. He's just a quarter of a second behind Obi in that slipstream as well. Can he make the move into turn 1? Close in. It's not going to be enough. Not on this lap anyway, unless he can get a better run through this little complex of first few corners. Still right on the tail end of Obi. Turn 3, Obi having to drift wide. That gives Mockin the opportunity to slip one up the inside. He's not able to travel quite quick enough. We're going to slingshot past turn 4. Here he goes, up the inside. Nothing Obi can do about that. Just able to brake later, Mockin accelerate quicker out of that corner, but not out of the woods yet. Obi-Wan still right on his tail on those mediums. Should see Mockin start to just pull away a little bit. Here you go, just on every corner. Have to go a little bit tighter, a little bit quicker. Obi-Wan's RBJ getting a little bit smaller every corner. Now, Mockin the target in front. P1 Don, 4.3 seconds up the road is Don. Got to take one more stop, I think, for fuel, tyres, etc. We'll see if Mockin can make this work. He's pulling that time down massively between himself and Don, 3.9 seconds. As he worked his strategy out, Obi already fallen out of the slipstream range of Mockin. Be careful, Manny behind, just 3 seconds back. Pilgrim another 4.4. Dizzy has brought that time down on his set of softs as well, so 5.7. It was about 13 seconds behind in 5th. Pilgrim throws himself in the pits now, getting rid of those mediums at this point. He's going to run the final stint on the softs. So Dizzy takes that 5th for the time being. Apache goes through as well, takes 6th. And I'm sure everybody else will have to come in. Oh, Apache took on a fair chunk of fuel as well. He might only have to come in for tyres. As the same for Raffo, same for Rob. Pilgrim going for fuel then. Fresh softs on board for him. Tyre Slayer almost full tank. Skippy 3/4 of a tank. Same for Ricky J. Dodger just under half a tank for him. So Don will have to pit. He's not got 20 minutes of fuel left in that car, I don't think. Bringing that time down still, 2.9 seconds. So has he closed enough? So if they both come in for tyres, obviously that'll take exactly the same amount of time, but Mockin holding that extra chunk of fuel means he'll spend less time in the pits when they do take on board fuel. Already closing up on Don as well. They'll both come out on the fast tyre, but Mockin will have made the jump on him due to spending less time in the pits picking up that fuel. 2.5 seconds then is all Don's got to play with, and that time is coming down still, 2.3, 2.2. then Ovi now 2.6 seconds behind him. He is falling into the hands of Manny a little bit. That just a 2.3 seconds into fourth for him. Dizzy, who did stop out on a soft tyre for this stint. Currently fifth, just closing up on the back mark at Dodger. 9 seconds behind Manny, 16.5 seconds behind Don. Unlikely to close the gap up. Again, Dodger just making the moves. Very easy for these drivers coming through. It's good to see. Apache being the next one on the cards for him. Raffo being harassed by Rob S at the minute. Still not managed to get Tyre Slayer just yet. Pilgrim then out on a fresh set of softs. Oof, he's got half a second penalty he's got to lose. Sitting in 11th as well, just 0.8 of a second behind Skippy. See how he gets on later on. Ricky J in 12th then, a long way back, 38 seconds. And Dodger still rolling about here at Interlagos. And here we go then, battle for the lead. Don just 0.7 of a second over Mockin. Get the old outside view so we can get a bit of that on. To turn 4 then, Cam still at 0.7. Tyre just starting to kick in for Mockin. Driver coming the pits this lap. Don, quarter of a tank on board, 17 minutes left to race. Mockin, over half a tank still. Closing up on Don, maybe just taking his time into these trickier corners. Knowing it's going to be an absolute battle through those rather than just waiting. Doing just half a second behind into this final corner. We'll get a good run on Don down this start-finish straight. Gets a good exit, Don. Pulls a tiny bit of time on Mockin. I don't know whether it's going to be enough. He's still pulling a little bit of time here. They both, I thought they were both coming in the pits, but it's not. Don comes in the pits for his final stint. That puts Mockin up front. Might have to spend any time in the pits taking on board fuel. Clear track behind him now, 6.1 seconds back to second place Manny. Still got a fair chunk of fuel on as well. Dizzy up into third then. Plenty of fuel, but tyres starting to show a bit of wear. Will he risk another 15, 16 minutes on those? Very similar position, just under half a tank. Tyres starting to look a little bit worse. Don out on a fresh set of softs now then. He's now up to full fuel, full tyres. 27, 28 seconds behind race leader Mockin. He's got drivers to get through as well. Now where's Mockin? Is he going to come in at the end of this lap? Stick a fresh set of softs on. Again, he's not had to take on board, he shouldn't have to take on board fuel, so that should save him that little bit of extra time in the pits. Should manage to stay ahead of Don. We'll see. Does he come in? No. Happy at the minute on those tyres. He's just got to be careful that Don doesn't close that gap up on him too quickly. 28.5 seconds behind him. What was the 36? That's not long then. Didn't spend that long in the pits. 15 seconds. Again, Mockinweeks is going to have to spend less time, probably 10 seconds in the pits if he just takes on board tyres, because he doesn't need that fuel. Pretty clear track in front of him. He's got 8 1.2 seconds behind to Dizzy, who is still out on his softs as well. Apache is on his soft, so these two will stay in about the same position. It's all about where Don ends up after everybody else that comes in the pits. He might be able to make a few positions up here as well. Rob S will have to come in the pits, so he needs fresh tyres. See, these drivers might risk it for a biscuit for the final minutes on these beaten up softs. Skippy's got past Tyre Slayer. How? Both on the same fuel, both on the same tyres. There's a 5.3 second gap between them now. Pilgrim on the back end of Tyre Slayer with his fresh softs. KJ on the mediums. Dodger now on a fresh set of softs as well. Mocking Weeks stays out again here then. It's more than a half minutes remaining in this final round here at Inter. Jay just being harassed by race leader Mockin. Keeps it nice and wide, allows Mockin to go through. Great bit of racecraft, race etiquette going on here from these back markers. It's good to see. Now then, what are you going to do, Mockin? What are you going to do? What lap do you come in for tyres? How far back is Don still? He's falling back a little bit. 29 seconds back now then. Weeks into this final corner. Is he going to make a trip to the pits here? Is he going to risk a set of tyres? Again, he's got plenty of time. Out. Okay, Dizzy has made a mistake. Manny's managed to get past him. So Manny stays out this lap. Dizzy stays out as well. They might be risking it here and just running the two sets of tyres. Apache stays out. Don, he's coming for his final set of softs. He's on a fresh set of softs as well, which would kind of make me think that the other drivers should come in for a set of softs just to balance it out a little bit. Not, you know, it's up to you what your strategy is. 2 stop, 3 stop, do whatever you want. Stop. Not gaining enough time on that race leader Don then, so he's led pretty much all of it. Just lost out. Mocking Week's strategy worked out an absolute treat at the minute. 7.5 second lead currently. 10 minutes to go. Just under half a tank. A little bit of wear on those softs. Again, I'm expecting him to come in the pits at some point. Again, stops out, still pulling time over Manny. Manny coming in the pits this lap though. So that's him out of the equation. Dizzy is going to go through to take that position, and no, he comes through as well, so he's not stopping. Apache stays out. There is Don not too far behind on that decent set of softs. Apache could be under pressure here. Don then still 29 seconds behind Mockin. Even if Mockin did come in for a pit stop, he would still beat him. It all depends on whether Apache or Dizzy decide to stay on track or come in. 15-second lead currently for Mockin. 8.5 minutes remaining. If he can keep it controlled on these beaten up set of softs, be able to run the rest of this race on those. Again, he may risk it at some point. Long way back though for Diz. 15.4 seconds. Going for the one-stop strategy at the minute, Mockin and Dizzy. Oof. Ricky J just letting the tail of his RBJ go. Apache in third, but for how much longer? There is Don right on his tail. So just watch his acceleration through there. He managed to dip a wheel on the grass, had Don. In his sights as they come into this final corner. Should see him make an attack into turn 1 here. Closing up rapidly on Apache. Just hanging himself out of the way. Knows there's no contest for Don on his fresh set of tyres. Through Don goes then 29.5 seconds behind Mocky Wheat now though. Third for Don. 7 minutes remaining. Dizzy and Mocking Wheat still out on track on their set of softs. Only stopped once, one set of mediums, one set of softs so far for the pair of them. And so Mocking and Dizzy have just got to keep themselves in control on their beaten up softs. So hold on to these positions. The gap between Don and Dizzy, 13.9 seconds. 2 seconds a lap. 2 seconds a lap. It could be possible. Little mistakes here and there from these drivers with worn out tyres versus Don on his nice and fresh set. Not stopping again then, Mocking. 6 minutes remaining. Is he also staying out? Don then 13 point, no, still 14 seconds behind him. Oh, Raffo's left. What's happened to Raffo? Apache holding that fourth. Obi-Wan still not that far behind him though, so Apache on the softs. Obi-Wan on the softs, just 1.9 seconds between them and closing as well. Apache's going to have to be careful here in this final stint of the race. Manny's not too far back either, only 2.1 seconds. Rob S, another 8.5 back. Got Skippy slowly closing up on him though. Both drivers on a pretty worn out set of soft tyres though. See, we'll come back and check on that. Pilgrim in 9th. He's made up a couple more positions, but his two-stop strategy not paying off for him at the minute. 6.7 behind Skippy in 8th as well. Tyre Slayer 10th, 31 seconds behind. Ricky J another 28 seconds behind. Dodger no time behind Ricky J. 4 minutes 32 behind race leader, but that doesn't give me any indication of where he is on track in terms of Ricky J. Ricky Weeks still finding a little bit of time here. 16.3 seconds over Dizzy. Dizzy still holding 14 seconds over Don. So just 4.5 minutes remaining. Mocking Weeks having an absolute stormer of a race here. Played his strategy perfectly. Went out on the mediums in stint 1. Stopped for fuel and tyres at the midway point and took on as much fuel as he needed for the rest of the race. Put on this final set of softs and it looks like he's running to the end. Dizzy going for the same strategy, although making a couple of mistakes early in the race on the mediums, putting down the order a little bit. Don, who led from the start on his softs, put less fuel in. He's gone for the 2-stop strategy instead of the 1-stop strategy, so it's cost him a little bit of time in terms of fuel in the 14 seconds behind Mocking Weeks, then no way he's going to be able to make that time up unless, I won't say it. I won't say it. Still pushing hard though, Mocking Weeks. 1:34.6 that previous lap. Manny actually holding current fastest, 1:34.2. Yeah, Mocking just got to keep it on the straight and narrow, on the grey stuff. 3 minutes remaining, 2 laps then. May just squeeze 3 out, depending how far ahead Mocking Weeks is. Is he holding his own in second? P1 Don's not been able to close that gap up on him, even with that fresh tyre. 14.3 seconds the gap then. And Obi's still only 2.8 seconds behind him. Manny still only 1.8 seconds behind him. Apache right there, just a second behind. Could still be positioned here then if any kind of mistakes happen in these next 2 minutes. Rob in 7th, pretty empty track in front of him. He's got Skippy just 3.1 back, so he is starting to close up Skippy. I think it's a little bit too late here. Pilgrim still holding that 9th, again a long way back behind Skippy, 6.5 seconds still. And everybody else are going to stay exactly where they are. Is still finding time. 1:34.3. Now this car's starting to lose fuel, even the worn out tyres. He's finding a little bit of time. And faster again there. 1:34.231. Next lap could be a fastest lap. He might take that off Manny. Just coming up towards this back marker. Dodger again. Dodger, Ricky J, 2 drivers I've seen overtaken by the race leaders. Have done a real good job of staying out of the way of the fight. Falling back from Mocking still, but keeping himself ahead of Don. Gonna have to finish in this order by the looks of it. Then through past Dodger. Again, Dodger just taking that wide line, leaving the door wide open for Mocking to make his way through. No contest. Sees the blue flags waving. It's good. Shows he's paying attention. Still plenty of fuel on board for Mocking to do another lap anyway. So just 30 seconds left on the race timer. It might only be Mocking Weeks that gets an extra lap here. Seconds. There he goes. Where's Dizzy? Just coming around that final corner. This might be it for him. Yeah, it is. There you go. 50-minute ticks over. It is. Just flash up final lap on screen then. Someone's pulled over. Oh, Pilgrim, he's slowed down. Dizzy then takes 2nd position. Don's going to come home to take 3rd. He wasn't able to use that extra set of softs to his advantage. One stopper paying off here tonight then. Taking 3rd position for Don. Obi-Wan coming home in 4th. Manny takes 5th. Apache takes 6th. Sort of backwards and sort of sideways. Rob S is going to come home for 7th. Just going to keep an eye on where Mocking Weeks is on track. Skippy is going to take 8th. Tyre Slayer 9th. Pilgrim's already crossed the line. Ricky J's already crossed the line. Dodger, he's got the extra lap as well. There is Mocking Weeks. He's going to be the next man to cross the line anyway. So yeah, played his strategy well. Just going for the single stop, taking on board the extra fuel and risking it for a biscuit on those worn out softs. It's paid off. He's out on track on his own pretty much. 2 of the drivers on track with him, but threat to Mocking Weeks. So he has taken the championship already. Mocking Weeks and extra points on the board here tonight. Secure that position. Finals winner and championship winner then. Dizzy as well, coming in second and second in the championship. And then who did we have that hadn't crossed the line? It was Ricky J and Dodger, I think. There we go. Mocking taking the win in the final round here at Interlagos. And that is it from the Red Bull Juniors. We have got chat about... have I got dates for either of those? Let's have a look. Come on. Come on. Where is that post? Come on, it's not that far away now. I don't know. I'll dig them out. I'll chuck them up on the Facebook page anyway. The dates for the GTTCC, which is being chatted about and getting set up, and the Team Oliver Racing GT3 League as well. That's making a return soon. So yeah, I'll post dates up about that on the Facebook page. But that's it from the Red Bull Juniors. No problem, boys. No problem. Yeah, that's it from the Red Bull Juniors. Not sure what the P1 boys have got coming up next. Again, I'll throw everything I know up on the Facebook page as and when I know it, so make sure you come and check that out. Click the like button, get yourself onto Facebook, click the like button for P1, click the like button for We Are Driven as well, all that sort of stuff. But that's it from me tonight. No more races coming up for the time being. Again, I'll chuck up on the Facebook page as and when they are. But that's it from me for the time being. I hope you've liked what you've watched. If you have, give it a like, comment, subscribe. Most of all, tell your mates, tell your mums. My name's Dark Smoker. I'm out of here.